My name is Rashad Gaddison. I received my undergraduate at Campbell University. And as an educator, I feel it's important to build a good rapport with my students. From me, my students can expect a concerted effort in which they will learn what needs to be learned, but also have fun while doing it. I feel that it's important for students to feel free to voice their opinions in a respectful way. My goal is to have a college-type setting and to have a hands-on approach in every lesson. I feel that it's important also to involve the students' parents in the learning process. Both parties with the focus of success in the student is essential. Effort is needed from all parties. A parent can expect for my classroom to be an extension of their household in sense of caring and compassion. They can expect a good role model and a man built on passion, integrity, and honesty. In my classroom, not only do I want to teach my kids the subject at hand, but I also want to teach them life and morals and how to be good law-abiding citizens. Being that we're living in the 21st century where technology has become prominent, my goal is to use technology and new age methods to engage my students. I feel that students learn best when they are having fun and being challenged. With this, I plan to give them critical thinking activities in which they will work in groups to complete. Then I will show them how to use technical resources to arrive at their own conclusions on problems. That way, they can be working on the necessary 21st century skills and overall challenge them to be deep thinkers and rather than just finding the surface meaning. In the classroom setting, the most important aspect of the classroom manager is the classroom management plan. I feel it is important to give my students the rules they can abide by to make the learning and teaching as productive as possible. When students know what is expected of them and they know what to expect of the teacher, it cuts down unproductive time and eliminates any chances for them to be in the hindrance to the class. My classroom rules will be simple, but they are designed to keep structure. Raising one hand to talk or leave one seat is essential for the order of the classroom. Respecting peers and teachers is vital to the regulations. Listening and follow directions and keeping all body parts to themselves is also conducive to a productive learning environment. My expectations for my students will be high. I expect them to perform at the best of their abilities and give 100% effort in everything they do. Showing enthusiasm and making a concerted effort to follow the class rules is also a must. It is imperative that they do their homework to receive the proper practice for what they have learned in class that day. Naturally, failure to do so will reflect in their grade. Not only will I expect my kids to follow these rules, but I too will be an example to them and follow the rules myself. Failure to comply to the rules will result in consequences such as a call home or a trip to the principal's office. It could also reflect in their grade and force them to be left out of the fun activities that I plan to do. Students' roles go along with the expectations of the classroom. I expect them to be intrinsically motivated and come ready to learn and put forth their best effort. My role as a teacher is to challenge them intrinsically and motivate them to learn, all while having a little fun. The reason for the roles is so there won't be the confusion or lack of knowledge of what is expected of each other. When it comes to rules, expectations, and roles, when implementing them, I feel it's all in how you present them. My rules, expectations, and roles will be clearly defined, and they will have no questions or misunderstandings about them. The great thing about my rules, expectations, and roles, I'm open to amending them. I feel it's important for students to have somewhat of a say in the rules, roles, and expectations, and this is where the democratic process comes from. The arrangement of my classroom is also a big part of my classroom management plan. I want to set my classroom up in groups and students can all get a chance to work with each other, sharpening the 21st century grades. I want my stronger students to work with my struggling students. I want them all to communicate, and hopefully the stronger students will motivate the weaker ones to do it better. The most effective model in teaching the backwards design, I feel the backwards design is the most effective model because it is the method of setting goals and working towards them. I would recommend it because I think that students and teachers like to know where they stand when it comes to lessons. Checkpoints and lessons allow students and teachers to get assessments during the session rather than soaking up all the knowledge and waiting to take a cumulative test at the end. In the learning process, I feel that students play the biggest role. Without someone to learn, there would be no need for teachers. The fact that a person has the self-interest to increase their human capital opens up the opportunity of jobs. In the process of learning, I feel that it's important for a student to be intrinsically motivated. I think building an inclusive professional learning community means that students and teachers and all staff are on the same accord, or their relationships are healthy and conducive to the success of each group. If one comes in my classroom, we can expect my class to be in order, my students to be engaged in my lesson. They will see my classroom major is set up for my students to perfect their 21st century skills in order to succeed in life and the workplace. They will see everything that I put in my classroom management plan and my education for Allow Us to Lead put in use. Thank you.